moments when dreams become reality.
Me and my man Anderson just had a phenomenal workout here at the UFC gym.
Yeah, regular call.
Hey,
best fighters
right. Hey, listen, Anderson.
Jon Jones.
Yeah, right. Hey,
Fucking crazy.
hey, you.
Jones is going to take on Daniel Cormier on January 3rd, and he thinks if he wins that fight and defeats Alexander Gustafsson if they rematch, he will be considered the greatest fighter of all time. He says, as far as being the greatest fighter of all time, I think me beating Gustafsson and DC, how can you argue that? The argument is just gone, you know what I mean? I do believe I have the best resume in the sport's history. I don't think anyone has beaten as many champions as I have. To go on what I've already done and beat DC and Gustafsson, I think no matter who your favorite is, you can't deny I'm the best in the game. The two names which get mentioned the most when talking about the greatest fighter of all time is Anderson Silva and Fedor Emelianenko. Anderson had 10 title defenses in the UFC and a 17-fight win streak between 2006 and 2012. Fedor was an undefeated heavyweight champion in Pride and recorded an astounding 28-fight undefeated streak between 2000 and 2009. Since most people consider Jones' DQ loss to Matt Hamill a victory for Jones, if Jones beats Cormier and Gustafsson, he will have a 23-0 record and 9 UFC title defenses, including wins over Glover Teixeira, Chael Sonnen and Vitor Belfort, Rashad Evans, Lyoto Machida, and Quinton Jackson. If Jones beats Cormier and Gustafsson, then he's going to fight at heavyweight. He says, there are definitely a lot of heavyweights that I know I would beat. A lot of heavyweights that could give me a hell of a run or possibly beat me. I keep it real, I'm smaller than these guys. A guy like Verdum, I would fight him every day, all day. Why? Because he's not the biggest guy. But the heavyweights I believe would give me the hardest time are the big ones. Not necessarily the skilled ones, just the bigger ones. You shoot in and they sprawl out in you, that's going to take out a lot of energy to finish that shot, you know what I mean? Kelvin Gastelum takes on Tyron Woodley at UFC 183. The card is headlined by Anderson Silva versus Nick Diaz and also includes Miesha Tate versus Sarah McMahon and Jordan Main against Thiago Alves. Felice Herrig and Randa Marcos fight tonight on Tough 20. Edgar and Swanson fight Saturday. Swanson was told he gets a title shot if he wins.
Cub Swanson has been screaming for respect and for us to show him the love. He's taking on Frankie Edgar, who is a beast. Longtime world champion at 155 pounds, moved down to 145 pounds to take on Cub. And yes, if Cub Swanson wins this fight, we did tell him we would give him a title shot.
Brown and Safadine fight on Valentine's Day, and Tim Kennedy might move down to 170. He says, there's some major advantages to moving down to 170 and something that we've talked about and kicked around a lot, and I can make it. I enjoy being 230 to 240, but to cut to 170, I've been there before and it wouldn't be impossible.